We gonna hustle till there's nothing left. With that being said, however you hustle, what you do to hustle, and where you hustle, I pledge to that. Yeah. And to the less fortunate, to those in the ghettos, this for you. Now the only reason I hustle is for you to avoid a struggle. So you don't have to walk these attic streets and drug puddles. Water that we survive by but exchange knuckles. When niggas go to floors, jealousy in between a cup. Cats that I recycle conversations with. They forget the knowledge that could replace it with the choices niggas chose in life. I try to change them since and guide you with advice. But cats look at you strange with suspicion because of the fast life. Now in fact, I was trying to play the good Samaritan. That's right. But I'd rather be this nigga where you never hear from him. Still able to see the differences in your wetness fitting while you proceed from my proceed. But too much proceed lead niggas to greed. So I gotta take away the seed in a pro where it's planted in the hood where they grow. Let go, let's try to build similar. I pledge allegiance to the kids who survive through struggle temperatures. Many the ghettos and nuts to my ones in VA and to those in cups. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live. To the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid, I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto. And then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto. And then I pledge allegiance to the voices in the ghetto. To the cats who sold drugs, to the girls that won't love. And most importantly, the lessons taught by your thug. I'm familiar with the lowest levels of your comfortability. And the shit that put you through humility. Tennessee, not Memphis. But the trend I see, the tendencies by the structures that you live in becoming prisons. By me driving by in multiple choices of Benzes. That shit make me cringe. You know I'm not any different than the niggas who live in the projects. And honestly, I know I ain't got no business driving by, but my intentions is to understand some of you. Show you good love or two. Arm over a sister. Do what a brother do. Right over my left. Grandma, I still fuck with you. Allegiance to the teachers, the professor, and a son of allegiance to y'all. To the ghettos and nuts, to my ones in VA, and to those in cups, I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live, to the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid. I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the voices in the ghetto. To the cats who sold drugs, to the girls that won't love. And most importantly, the lessons taught by your God. For every fatherless nigga becomes a fatherless killer. Mostly what I am exposed to, if the cuffs don't fit us, it means perish. I've attended more funerals than weddings. Proposal to the street, my vow is in the obsession. The company that I keep is my protection. Which means I'm no better than niggas getting arrested in the fatherless section. I'm your prime example. So be that you murder my killer, I understand you. Allegiance to the ones who ain't here, we light a candle in hopes that they souls light up avenues. And soon I will travel VA to VA. My ones kept me hit, so I travel with a tip on my hip in case the scene don't fit. I don't insist. If you behind bars that restrict, these here will set you free. Allegiance to the time you serve, allegiance to the key. And pledge to tomorrow if woke in harmony. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the ghettos and nuts, to my ones in VA, and to those in cups. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live, to the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid. I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto. And then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto.
And there we have it, man. Welcome back to the show, Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. Brooklyn's own HD joins me here on the show for his first interview in a while, man. I appreciate it. Face to Face, the debut album, dropping soon, January 7th, 2024. Pre-order it December 14th.
Yes, sir.
H to the D, H to the D. I gave him a sneak
That's a great
preview.
Intro. Yeah, that's a great intro. Yeah. That was a freestyle, to be honest, too. That's funny how that came about. It's a whole freestyle.
I'm not surprised when you dropped that freestyle 20 minutes in Philly there, and then you told me you could go for an hour. Remember when we did our last interview?
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try an hour. Next time I do something, I'm going to try an hour for sure. Yeah.
But
memorize
man,
the whole catalog. I've been fantastic, I've been fantastic, just growing, growing spiritually, mentally, evolving, all those beautiful things throughout this journey and this process, especially with creating this album. And it's funny because the album was just created like without any intentions of making an album. It was more like, we have all this music. Let's do something, but let's make it, let's be wise with it, and when you have a phenomenal team and, good people in your corner, it's just no brainer. But I've been well.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Yeah.
hear that, man. It's great to see you because I remember when your Instagram went down, I was like, man, what happened to HD's Instagram? What happened? Then I saw you're doing real estate at one point, and I was like, man, did he kind of just go on a hiatus? Did something happen? And I already talked to you on the phone about certain things about the deal, and because people are wanting to know about what went down. And I told you I want you to speak on what you feel comfortable about as far as what happened with the deal and where you're at right now.
Yeah. So, well, if you're looking for property, I got some real estate too.
Yeah.
I'll sell it to you.
We'll get deeper into that too.
Big business, big business. But yeah, it was more like, we got the distribution deal offer from Varick Street, which is a subsidiary underneath Def Jam. So Noah Share, he's one of the guys that started Varick Street, and he presented me with this offer of being on this startup company label and being the face of this label. And so I was ecstatic about it because it's like the first offering to be with something so official, and with that name Varick Street, and also with Def Jam being the supporter of them as well. And so we saw the deal. We were going to proceed forward. You saw the signing. We had like a little celebration. That wasn't the actual contract. It was just like,
Oh, okay.
just letting people know that it was going to be official. And so going to sign a deal and everything. And then out of nowhere, this guy that was managing me like years ago comes out of nowhere, and he does like this thing. He puts the deceased. He calls his lawyer. He puts the deceased on a deal, and it's just a tornado after that. And then management that I had, supported me at the time was like trying to figure things out, and we're trying to figure things out together and how to evolve as from the artist and management relationship. So everything was just more of a fallout. One person going this way, I'm going this way. This guy from years and years ago was coming after me, and so it was just all those things, and that was really what like killed the deal. But when I look back at it about why it didn't go through, I think it happened for the right reasons, and that's usually life. And I'm glad it didn't go through. I'm more fortunate that it didn't, because when I look at the value of these songs, it's like, why give them over for nothing? It's like, compared to the potential that they actually have. You listening to the album,
I listened to it front and back. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a hit. I'm giving you the cosign.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, Julan, Checkup, these records. So, but more or less, we had a distribution deal. We got offered. It was a 2-single deal with an option for a third, and it was giving us a little bit of finances to push the singles. Wasn't much because of the distribution, and we had more control in the deal. So that was the nice part about it. But again, the economics wasn't strong enough to really push where we wanted to go. More or less, I think the name of having Def Jam with Varick Street was going to be more of the fuel behind what we were going to do in general. So that's more or less what happened with that. And I was able to grow from the situation, and my management, they went their way, I went my way, and so that was basically it. But everything happened for a reason with that. Yeah. And so when that happened, I was like, as an independent artist at that time, I'm like, okay, how do I find the right economics to push the music? Right. And so I was like, you know what? I have a good mentor who's this billionaire who runs this multi-billion-dollar real estate company. And he's like in my back pocket. He's super supportive of our music. And he was like, yo, I can give you an opportunity, and you could make the economics to fund your career. And that's how that happened.
Wow. Because I know your whole journey.
Yeah,
just
Francis
being
Greenberger. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to him, and just your whole journey of being in the military and just learning more. Because last time, I always do my research for my interviews, but I learned something new this time, was that you started like at such a young age, and then you kind of gave up, and that's when you went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania for your godparents. Yeah.
Yep. So that happened. It's interesting. I was just having this conversation with my brother, TK. He's a part of the team. You know, we started Reservoir RCS Entertainment together in the barracks on the
Yeah.
military base. But yeah, you know, at the high school, I shout out to PA, and I stayed out there for a while with my God folks, and you know, just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do music. It was always that moment in my life is how I'm gonna do music, and you know, where's my path? What is my path? And my godfather's like, hey, why don't you go to the military? Then I ended up going to the Marines and I ended up working for the White House, and it's like, yo, that's a whole nother thing. So, but I feel like every part of my life, every time I deviated from music, for some reason, God put me right back, you know, into the music. And if I deviated and I went with the wrong people, eventually it comes back to being around my brothers who I have with me today, who are the right folks to be with me in this music. You know, me and TK, we would go opposite directions, still be communicating, but it was like, yo, we started it together. So if, like the universe, every time it saw a split, it put us right back together. Even with the previous management, TK is my original manager. So it's like the other management, we split and it come right back. So we're like, dude, this is it. Like, we're gonna go all the way after this. This is no more stopping, no more deviating. Let's do it right now. We got this moment in our lives, and we already spoke it into existence so many times. So it's a beautiful thing.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. And shout out to TK and just everyone
Yeah.
who's starting everything up, and Eric as well. We can't forget about
Yep. Shout out
Eric.
to Eric. Shout out to
Yeah.
Shower Dad. Shout out to my Nosh, my engineer, who was like, I called Nosh like Gandalf. He's like Gandalf. This dude is something different when it comes to making engineering and making beats. He's amazing. So yeah.
No, he did his thing. I mean, this album,
Yeah.
like I said, I give you a cosign on it. It's a hit. I can't wait for the people to hear it. And I think you kind of speak about it personally on track number 3 about the statute of limitations, and that there was something that went down. Because I remember we talked about the ASAP Ferg connection you had because he invited you out to the studio and Solange came through. So you had this person messed up your connection with Ferg.
Yeah, they did. This is the previous, not the previous management, the one before that one. We had this record, me and ASAP Ferg, and the song was phenomenal. He was gonna put this song on his album. It had the
It
Nita
still
Baker
went number
sample
1.
on it. Yeah, it's an amazing song. And what I did, a little secret, I took the lyrics from that song and I put it on to make things better, which is on the album, which sounds amazing. So, but yeah, so we're in the studio, we're recording this amazing record, and I'm so excited. And I'm like, wow, this is, you know, an opportunity of a lifetime, especially because this guy, you know, Ferg is very well known. He has a great reputation. He's a big contributor to the culture. And so I let these guys hear it, not even thinking anything about a leak or anything like that. And sure enough, somebody sends me a link that it's on Sirius XM and it's like number 1. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, Ferg, did he put it out? It's the first thing in my head. Like, did he put out the record? If so, this is amazing. This is great. And sure enough, I found out management leaked it, you know, and it's More Than You Know. Unfortunately, that was out of my control. That was a song. It's More Than You Know, but also it's More Than You Know. Right. And so Ferg, I reached out to him and I said, hey, you know, I apologize and things of that nature. And, you know, we'll figure it out and I'll find out who did it, specifically in my management. And, you know, I guess at that moment, and I don't fault him, is that he associated the guys that I was around with me, you know, like I'm affiliated with these guys. So you look just like them, you know, like, so we'll speak again. I'm sure when everything aligns in the universe, we'll speak again. But that's what happened with that record. And so it backfired. They thought it was gonna like take off, which it did for a quick second, and then it came back. And then I realized who I was around. And one thing I tell any artist, have the right people around you. Like the right people that are genuine, you know, like family. You want to create family around you and have a family. You don't want just anybody that's like, you don't know them. Because then you got to get to know them personally, you know, on a personal level and business level as well, you know, and they're managing you, they're dealing with you every day. So you got to be very careful, you know. Yeah.
You feel as though when you're genuine that you're basically kind of a martyr, because when you look at it, because I'm a genuine person, I've gone through a lot of issues with people throughout my time and doing my show and journalism, and you've gone through your issues because you're genuine as well. But when we look at the greats like Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, these guys are genuine and they are basically martyrs. Do you think as though that genuine people it's hard for them to survive?
Yeah, in a way, it's very difficult because when you're genuine, you have this massive heart,
Yeah.
and you give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and you give everyone opportunity, and you see only the good in people, and you don't even realize how, oh man, you don't even know what they're capable to, like it the most. Is crazy. So you rather keep people that are your enemies like close to you. It's crazy. But yeah, I think when you're genuine, you have a big heart, and that can be severe, that can be deadly, detrimental to anyone. So you got to have boundaries, is what I would say. But the genuine, those who are genuine always survive. They last long. You know. So yeah, I think never. I would say if I would give myself a lesson from everything that I've been through as far as being genuine and understanding who I am, is that don't let it change you just because people did you wrong and things of that nature. Like, don't stop being genuine. Continue. It continue. Being genuine has a good reputation, to it for sure.
Even if they paint you in a bad light, because people they'll spin it on you. You know what I mean? They'll think it's crazy. You know what I'm
100%.
talking
They would
about.
absolutely 100%. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. And you gotta, and I knew things were being said about me, like, oh, he's this guy and he's this guy and he's this guy, but it's like I know the truth. And
Yeah.
as long as I know the truth, I can sleep at night. And just like how I make music, like if I know that I can sleep at night after listening to a song, I'm cool. But if I know I'm like, I'm gonna be very uncomfortable. Like I'm not even gonna put myself in that situation. I'm like, nah, let me redo the song.
Yeah.
Yo, Nash, let's get back in the studio and redo it. Like we gotta do it. Matter of fact, we're gonna record the whole song over. It don't sound right. But yeah, you gotta don't stop being genuine because of, the bad people or the bad things in the world. You know what I mean? Like, because that being genuine and its reputation. You wanna have a good reputation. And as long as you know your truth, you have nothing to worry about, you know?
It's a
Yeah.
fact. No doubt about it. You always want
Yeah,
to stay genuine, 100%. Face to face,
absolutely.
the album title, because I feel as though this is deep. Is this face to face to yourself? Do you feel as though you have a lot to prove? Because I told you on the phone, I said you have nothing to prove to me, and I'm sure your
Mhm.
fans that are out there because we know what you're capable of. But what is the underlying notion and definition here with face to face, which is the title of your debut?
Yeah, talking to myself,
Mm.
more or less. Just that simple. And also only seeing myself as my only competition, you
Mhm.
know, and my greatest competition is myself, in all forms, all forms. I'm my own worst enemy as well sometimes, so that's where that face to face came from, and then also it came from the the lyrics in face to face. What I say, I'm impossible face to face with myself, needed a break, like all those things. So it was like it made sense. I'm like face to face, and album titles you never really like think about them. You're not supposed to think of it. It's a feeling. Music is this whole thing is a feeling. However it feels right. That's it. Don't overthink it, because like even when you're making a record, it's like never overthink it, because then you'll like get writer's block. Just be free. It's all music is feeling. It's like when you start thinking too hard, that's when you get sidetracked, or you go into those little blocks like, oh, I can't think of the next line. I can't think of like that's why when you freestyle, it's like easy. It's a feeling. You're in the studio, the beat is going, and you feel the emotions. You got the frequencies going. You just go like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's just music. Yeah.
How much did you freestyle off this debut album? Because you mentioned the intro earlier on that was a freestyle. Was there anything else that was a freestyle on the album?
I think it's just the intro.
Yeah, the
The
intro that
intro is the
it's
only
an
song,
actual song too.
and it's an actual song. That's the only song that I freestyled. Everything else I wrote. Yeah, every song, hooks, everything. Like, I love the art of writing. I know there's this thing like where you don't. I mean, yeah, you sometimes you don't. I don't write it. Like I said, I go in and it just feels good. But sometimes it's like you want structure, you want to paint pictures, you want to do all those intricate things, right? Like so, and just the art, just the idea of writing, just putting pen to paper, pen to a paper, like writing, manifesting these things. You know what I mean? Like that's the best thing about it. That's the art. form of it, you know, and then eventually what I would love to do is, you know, put these papers in a museum somewhere or in a gallery, an art gallery somewhere, and let people, you know, look at it and look at what I wrote, you know, how the words are aligned, and, you know, the way I write makes, sometimes I write down or vertical, I write horizontal, it don't matter. You know, I just think there's an art to that. Yeah.
HD's gallery, fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you have it.
Yeah.
Which is a great EP, which is a
yeah, oh, it
phenomenal
is.
EP as well. Yeah.
Yeah, people got to go check that out. Go
Yep.
revisit that. And I think you're working on the freestyle too. Welcome back.
Correct. Yep. Welcome back, freestyle.
Got the visual.
Exactly. We just shot the video just a couple days ago, and I was listening to Mace Welcome Back free song, and I was like, wow, it would be incredible to come back with that record, like, because sonically people know it, you know, and it's like it's familiar, and so I just wanted to like kind of let people know what I've been up to, but also that I'm back, like, yeah. And I'm not going nowhere. This time it's like I got my brothers with me. I got the right people. We're gonna go. This is it. Like, this is it. There's no turning back. You know,
you're such a rarity in this form, and it shows that you kind of, I mean, social media is needed, but at the same time, no, because I mean, you just took a break from it, and look what happened. You're right back. You know, and we talked about what happened about with your social media account. I don't know if you wanted to shed light on that, because now you're at everything HD, so you're building from the ground up again. But yeah, see what I mean? Like, that didn't deter you. Oh man, I lost my Instagram, so now I got to build back up. No, you're like, no, it's gonna happen regardless.
Absolutely, and I think the music speaks for itself. The music is always going to speak for itself. The music is the social media. The music is going to reach the people no matter what. You know, me and my team, we understand that. We know the power of my music. So there's no urgency to really, you know, feel like social media is like the thing for us. Like, we use it because it's a tool for today and it's a beneficial tool. But other than that, it's like, we're okay. And then also when I deactivated my other Instagram, because I was like, I'm off this. It's not healthy. You know, it's not healthy for an artist to be on Instagram every day. And then also because you're on there every day, you become accessible. People see you every day. Then there's no off factor. I seen them yesterday. I seen them today. I see them, you know. So why would they be excited about seeing you? They see you every day. It's like you see somebody every day. It's like after a while, it's just normal. You know what I mean? Like way back when, you didn't see artists every day. So when you saw them, it was a chance of a lifetime. And that's the effect that we wanted to have and want to have as well. So a lot of it is just content being promoted that we have and that I have of myself. But I deactivated it knowing that I could rebuild. You know, like it was no pressure, and I was like, yeah, we can rebuild, and I'm happy to rebuild, because this way, you know, that it's organic following. You know, organic following from ground up, and it don't take long. If you got the right record, the right song, like all those things. Like even on our TikTok account, we post Ghetto Sunday, and it's like about to hit 50,000 views naturally, no anything, just like that. It's like, wow, you know. So yeah, pretty soon when you look at the Instagram, it'll be like, you know, 100 plus somewhere. I don't really care. It's like it's Instagram. You know what I mean? Like I want people to real life be with people in real life. You know, more or less. Yeah.
I want to get into this record so we could play it for the people here off of the debut album, Checkup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you give a little intro to this?
Exactly. So Checkup, fresh beats. Me and Fresh met, I believe, maybe almost 4 years ago now. Fresh is phenomenal. Fresh has many records with different artists. And our bond was just like so beautiful. It's so natural, pure, like, you know, and he sent me this beat and I'm listening to it and I'm like, holy moly. And I'm driving back home, going back to Long Island, and I'm like, what the heck? And I came up with this hook. Like, it's like, okay, I got it. I sent it to him. He was bananas. But it's called Checkup, produced by Fresh Beats, on the album Face to Face. I hope you love it.
You already know. Here it is. Checkup HD, Face to Face.
With H, new language. Yeah. Greetings, Nosh. Greetings. I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? I just ran a checkup like this shit is 101 way. I just told my jeweler take the risk to get it done way. He said he gon' bless me with some shit you gotta plunge then. She gon' bust it open for it. Then when it comes, that's a route. That's your spouse, so my clout. I deposit, she accepts my account. She's in route and she's on go for the brain. Both of them came, both of them rope with my cane. I like her, I need her in the coupe. Both gon' post the lane. I'm gon' ride along. Hey, give me their hearts, cause I got that ice. I got Ice Cube vision, no PP loan with a platinum swipe, bitch. I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? Hold on. You know I might buy a new one like Nino Brown. Don't mess with you. Fucking fake niggas not authentic. Call y'all shit is rented like a apartment and they not a tenant. Check the analytics, more specific. Check the DNA. Motion and these bitches. Play the dash. Tending on the board. That is where your bitch is. On my lap. Loving the applause and my speech. Nigga, that's a legal fee. Ready up, nigga, examine. Here's a seat. Come in, regal me. As I play my role in these stores. Platinum faces on my Rolex. But he's hard. She's gonna blow me in the glove. Wait, moving accounts. They never do bounce. But I bet she will when the niggas count. I'ma see himself. I'ma fly her out. She just gave me the head. They go, watch your mouth. I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup, nigga, check up on my wrist, huh? I just ran a checkup and I might just buy a bitch, huh? You know, it's like a 99.9% that when I roll down my windows, it's yo bitch and her best friend. Fuckers, there's only one H, nigga. Yeah.
Love it, man. I love it. And you know you're nice when you know you're nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're bobbing your
bragging
head
on
to
that
your
record.
music and you know you're nice. You're
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's a little bragging on that record. That was a great song, a great record. Yeah, like I said, I got this. Easy. Simple enough. But yeah, the production on there is incredible. It's incredible. Like, and it's almost you can say it's a drill record, but it's not really drill because
No,
the
it's
bounce
not.
that it has. It's not drill. Yeah, it's like it's sonic. It almost sounds like it, but it's not because there's that bounce that's just like yeah. It's like, and you have to rap. You have to get in between everything that's happening. And shout out to Nosh. You know, Gandalf, my guy. He's like amazing. Like, oh my God, this guy. It's like, yo, it's hitting now. It's hitting.
A lot of, you know what, a lot of women records on here, just like the references and stuff. What made you gear the album? Because you have a lot of women records on here. Like, I mean, how you living? Shout out to Nas and AZ.
Yeah. Uh, having some fun sometimes, you know, just here and there, here and there. No, experiences, other people's experiences as well. Things that I see, like Super Freak is basically being at a speakeasy and witnessing everything. And I'm like, wow. And I'm walking one day, and sure enough, I come up with this song while I'm walking, and I'm literally writing a song while I'm walking. Yeah, like
Wow.
literally that's how it happened and done. And I call it Nosh. I'm like, bro, I got a smash for you. Meanwhile, Nosh is like, he's like, yo, I think you need a female on this record. I don't know how we're gonna make this one happen. I'm like, just give me a little bit. And then I go back to the studio. I'm like, are you ready to hear what I did to this? He's like, yeah, let's find out. He's sitting there like, he's hearing me recording. He's like, what? Holy shit. What did he just do? I'm like, yeah. Like, and it's so cool. The record is so dope because it's like, we're in a bathroom, start getting high off love. You know what I mean? Like, off love. So you could take it however you want. We in a bathroom stall getting high. We in a bathroom stall getting high off Super Freak. Like, it's like the tribute to like the Rick James, like it's like 2.0 though. It's like the modern day Super Freak. So, like I said, being at that speakeasy, it was like, oh wow. It's a lot that goes on in New York City.
Yeah.
And these speakeasies where you got to get a code to go in. You can't even just go. You got to get a code and know somebody. It's like, got the blondes on the couch doing their thing and everybody, it's just crazy going on. I got the perfect song for this. I got the perfect record. I'm
like
gonna do
Eyes
it.
Wide Shut.
Exactly how it was. Minus the mask,
Yeah, minus the mask.
Minus the mask. But there was a lot of activity happening. Yeah.
No Tom Cruise.
Yeah. He was so nervous. He was so scared. They were just playing a joke on him, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom. That's one of my favorite actors, actually. Shout out to Tom.
Yeah. Crazy. No, you definitely feeling yourself in these records. You're ready. The confidence is there at an all-time high. And like you said, you mentioned arrogance. And Kanye said that before. I use my arrogance as confidence. And, you need that to strive, and you know your worth that way, and people will see that. And, it could be a turnoff for some people, but I don't care, because I think you just, that your greatness is there, and you don't care what anyone else says, if there's haters or anything.
Absolutely. And also too, because, women have a big influence on moving music. And so I kind of wanted to think from their perspective how I was saying these hooks. You know what I mean? Like, that's really like Drug for the Night. Same thing. Like, She Gonna was more like how the bros would say it. Swag, like so much swag there, but it's like, she gonna what? Like, oh yeah, like night shift, but she gonna, and they're very like, these records are very nightclub friendly, like, yeah.
I tell, we talked about the club records, because you said that you wanted to get back to that, like 50 Cent, the early 2000s wave. You want to do that, and you definitely made it modern in your own way. And I like the spin that you put on it, and I like how you kind of just call out there, because there's a lot of it going on social media. You're like, you're really not on that vacation archiving those photos, and you're not on that first class flight. I caught that at the end.
Exactly. And that's another record. They're gonna sing that record. And it's funny, one of my friends, she came to the studio, and she's like, because originally it was Basic Chick. It was like, you're a basic chick, you're a basic, you're a basic chick, you're a basic, you a basic chick, a basic chick. And she's like, nah, you gotta say basic bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, that's gonna make girls go like wild over that record. They're gonna want to sing it to it. Like, just sometimes there's a lot of basic, out there on Instagram, and it's like, everyone know I like my women first class. Not the one with a soul plain fly. I'm soul plain fly, and it's soul plain fly. Blue jean bucket. Real Snapple facts. We don't drink near Tucket. We sip dirty wine for real liquid courage. Like, yo. But like you said, like, you're not there. You taking photos. You saving your photos. You archiving them, unarchiving them. You were on this vacation 3 years ago, but you just posted it again. Like, stop all of that. Like, just be real with yourself. Like,
you know what it was? You know what that lady saw on that plane? She saw you rapping on there.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is not real, and it was you rapping.
Exactly. Shout out to Keezy. Keezy produced that record. That's the beat alone is incredible. It's like, the production on this album is incredible. You listen, all the production is like, it's insane. Yeah, and the one you like, Seasons. Oh my God.
Night Shift too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Seasons. Shout out to Midas. He hit me. He's like, I don't know if the record is gonna be good enough, because there's so many other records on the album. And I'm like, bro, don't worry. We chose this song because we believe in it, and it has that southern bounce, right? Like that, and it's like that won't. If she let me hit it all winter, I'm gonna pay her bills all summer. Like, yeah, it's just cool shit to say. And then I mentioned Lululemon, because that's a popular, legging now. And so, like, all these stuff, like modernizing and making, saying current things, so it stays relevant, but a lot of these songs are also timeless. You know, Living Alive, Make Things Better, you know, those are timeless records. But yeah, a lot of the women are gonna like these songs for sure. I can only
Yeah. Oh yeah.
imagine.
You're gonna
Yeah.
win them over. And you
Oh yeah.
mentioned Living Alive. Why don't we get into that record, Living Alive?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Shout out to Illman on that record. Nosh engineered it as well. Shout out to my brother Drew. Drew is on the vocals, going in on there. And I'm just like, this is a beautiful song, but it's almost like a Sky is the Limit. It
Like
reminds me
Biggie,
of.
112.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what influenced this song for sure. Yeah.
And let's hear it, man. Living Alive, Face to Face, HD, Mad Max. You know what it is. There's only one H.
Yes, sir.
Winning. No, we can never stop. No, we can never stop living. Never stop living. Nah, never that. Throw your ones in the sky. Haters never tell no truth, they tell lies. Even winners do when they live pinnacle. Try to keep the promise of success from a view. So what that makes you, of course, let's be honest. But if you stay honest and you got something to prove, then you probably stop the gatekeepers. Never seem to do a good deed. They behave so beneath us. Takes me back to when my mama tried to keep a roof over our head, even the ceiling leak up. Ain't no way to stop the rain when you try to reach up. Shelters was the only article we tried to get a feature. It was like my mama was the fever. Said, darling, you make too much for this leisure. Now that same leisure happens to be the house that she bought on her own with no help from a man. We can never stop winning. We can never stop winning. We can never stop. We can never stop living. We can never stop living. We can never stop. We can never stop winning. We can never stop winning. Oh, we can never stop. We can never stop living. We can never stop living. Oh, we can never stop. Now on the path, there's gonna be snakes in the grass, sunbathing while it's sun facing, waiting for your past. And in the same task, using your future as sunblock. So because to protect state ad, so your ambitions gotta be radar. Protect all aspects of your paper. Take back or look backs and go and place forward. Live love with all races that ensure you explore as far as the eyes can see. Visionaries go where the eyes believe. Dot eyes, cross T's, that's it. That speaks more value than jealousy. Searching for the place in your peace. Keep a code on it when you sleep. Keep a good fortune for the team. So when the times get cold and everybody springs, that's why we've been winning so long. It's a tornado theme. I see stop winning. We could never stop winning. We could never stop. We could never stop living. We could never stop living. And we could never stop. And we could never stop winning. We could never stop winning. Oh, we could never stop. We could never stop living. We could never stop living. Oh, we could never stop.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful
I mean,
record, man. It's an anthem. That's going to be
it's
for
an
all the
anthem.
underdogs.
Exactly. It's an
Forget
anthem.
for all the dogs, for all the underdogs.
Yeah, it's an anthem, and it's real. And the chorus, like, we'll never stop living. You know, like, we'll never stop living. Like, that's a beautiful thing. And you know, the end of the verse, well, most of the end of the verse, the first verse is talking about my mom. You know, like going through the situation with the shelters and all those things, and like my mom making too much at the time, and you know, kicking her away, and now she got her own house. She bought the house on her own without any help from a man, neither. Real diva. Like, that's a diva.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a beautiful thing. And then the second verse, now on the path, there's gonna be snakes in the grass, sunbathing while they're sun facing, waiting on your past. And in the same task, using your future as sunblock. That's all because it protects their ass. Yo, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I was blown away
So,
listening to the album, man. Like in the tracks, it just goes on and on, especially with this one, man, because you weren't afraid to get real personal on the record. And you're someone that loves poetry. We got into it last time, Shakespeare, Edgar Allan Poe, the
yep,
Patterson books, and you also write your own short stories.
yep.
Your short stories are within your music. How are your short
Exactly.
stories outside of music? Because you were working on publishing some stuff the last time we talked.
Yeah, and you know, I was just talking to the team about it. You know, eventually I'm gonna have all these things published. All the writings that I have, I would say thousands of writings, like a lot of just like when I wake up, write poetry. When I go to bed, write poetry. I'm writing a short story. Just like it's a beautiful thing, and I see how my mind works outside of the music, and also just with the music. And like when I write outside of music, it's different because there's no real rhythm to it. It's like with the music, it's more like a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a whole different side of me. And then I'm not as intricate when I'm writing like music. When I'm writing my poetry and my short stories and my quotes, they're very like intricate. You know what I mean? But you still get them. They still hit you. And they'll stay with you forever. So eventually, we'll definitely publish the short stories and all the stories and some books and everything like that. Yeah, like,
Fire.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. How about
Eric said I don't know, he said the music wasn't clear when we were
yeah,
playing
yeah.
it.
He was just texting me. It said that he can only hear the vocals, can't hear the beat for some reason. You can hear it, right?
I can hear, yeah. I can hear some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
it's not coming through on the broadcast like that. So worst case scenario, if you want me, what we could do is if you wanted me to play those records on my station so people can tune into my state, do you want me to do that? Would you give me the green light?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. See, and also too, the idea is what we're doing right now. We're sending all the DJs, every region, the album. You guys get it first. Every DJ, you guys get it first. Right now, we probably have over 400 plus DJs in our database that like we're talking to personally, like reaching out, and like every day we tell ourselves, hey, let's get 10 DJs here, 10 DJs, like, and reach out to them and say, hey, we're dropping this album. You can get the songs first. We can do drops for you. Let us know. And shout out to our DJ, my DJ, Blink Chemist, because he's also involved and he's, playing his role there as far as reaching out to all the DJs and getting them these records for sure. Yep.
Fire. Yeah, we'll get those in those 4 exclusive ones in the rotation for you because I want to make sure the people hear them, and we'll give them out there, let the people hear them, and then we'll move forward. Once you drop the album, we'll be pushing the other ones on there as well because there's lots of hits on here, and
it's a lot of records on there.
Eric was telling me that you were not stopped during COVID, especially with writing records, especially with the pandemic when it first started. But do you feel as though the situation that happened with the deal just gave you more of a fire for you to write even more? Is that how many records would you say you got here in the vault?
I don't even count anymore. At this point, we don't even count. And during COVID, I mean, I was going to the studio like every other day, and we were knocking out 5-6 songs. Like especially me and Fresh, we were just recording nonstop. Me and Nash recording nonstop. Like so, at this point, I've been recording since I'm 16. Like I don't want to say my age, but like I'm still young. I'm still in my 20s. Like, and I've been recording since 16. So I have a lot of music. And yeah, it's one of those things that I don't, like I said, I don't count. And also like the beats were coming in. So I was like on a roll. It was just like easy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And eventually you look back and go, I could put out an album. I could put out 4 albums I want to. I could put out a mixtape with just freestyles. We have over 20 plus freestyles that I have.
I remember the Beware music. One.
So it's like, yeah. So it's so many. Yeah. Yep. Beware is incredible. So yeah, we may potentially drop a mixtape with freestyles.
Great.
Right after the album.
After the album, because I think you're gonna go. What's the plan of attack here? Because I know you want to hit the major. I want to help you out and get some things in Connecticut, of course. But you have a big following in New Hampshire, overseas, South Africa, New York. The numbers are good as well. New York, I know you have a fan base out there just with you being from New York. But what's the rollout here as far as because this is what RESZ-AVORRE. You're still a RESZ-AVORRE. This is your label still, right?
Yep, RESZ-AVORRE.
So what's going to be the rollout here once the album releases? Because you got a press tour. And I appreciate you starting that with me. But what's going to be the rollout here now? Because you're independent. Because it's a takeover, man. So give us a vision.
Like I mentioned initially, making sure we get this album to all the DJs, as many DJs as possible. Have genuine relationships with all these DJs. Especially where the analytics are most dominant. And they're everywhere, South Africa, Australia, Sweden, Germany, Ireland. It's literally all over. Like it's literally global at this point. So that's a part of the role, like I said, getting with the DJs. different radio stations as well, college radio stations, getting the music to them. Eric has a great repertoire of college radio stations, and so we're going to definitely tap in with them, different blogs as well. And then also shows out there in the South, like we were going to do prior to COVID happening. We were going on an HBCU college tour. So that's something that we'll most likely have developed again, getting other shows up and down the East Coast, going out West, just going anywhere where we're welcomed, and where the music is dominant and where the analytics are most like heavy. So that's pretty much the rollout. And, I'm sure what we have is very special, and it's going to be special because of the relationships that we're building, and with the DJs, most importantly, because they're going to play the records.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the biggest part of the rollout. You know what I mean? And of course, other radio stations going doing freestyles and things like that. That's important as well. But also the branding of the album. And that's something that we've reminded ourselves that we have to do as well, as far as like getting with different clothing brands, branding the records like Angles, Model Goals. That's one of the most, oh man, that's one of my favorite records. And it's saying Angles, Pose. So can you imagine how many different brands and agencies, model agencies you could team up with to brand that record appropriately? You know what I mean? So brands and, all those things. So we have a cohesive idea as far as the rollout we want to do, for sure. But yeah, we don't want to go on.
You can visualize right now that you see the models taking pictures of, as far as a fashion line goes. What's the song you hear playing for a specific brand in your mind that you can visualize?
I think Model Goals. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I would say that one for sure.
Which brand? No, I know. I want to ask you, Model
brand?
Goals. Yeah, what song do you hear that being played?
So,
yeah.
Interesting enough, I just met a guy. Shout out to Alistair. He works at he's over at Gucci and Marc Jacobs, and I ran into him in real estate, out here in Soho. And sure enough, he works there. High position there as well. And I'm like, dude, I had this record called Model Goals. And it makes sense, like, to brand this record appropriate. Like, it's just crazy how the universe works. Like, amazing. But also I have a good friend. She's a model, Brooke Schiltz. She, will be able to help with the record as well. So, we have some good relationships. I think that's the most important thing with these type of records. You want to be able to have the right relationships and also the right brands pushing the songs as well. Also with Lafayette, Option A, those are other brands that I've worked with in the past, and we're definitely going to reach back out to them as well. Everything that I did before, we're going to circle back and keep those relationships, those resources. I saw an interview with Kevin Hart. He was like, a lot of us, you shake the hand, you let it go. You shake the hand, hold it, keep that relationship, because you don't know where that person is going to be in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. You know what I mean? So like even yourself, you're going to be on, I don't know, you're going to have a major, this thing is going to be out of the universe soon. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, let's like keep the handshake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about, man. Building a relationship and being genuine. And, I relate to you, man. So we got to keep the genuine people together as much as we can. And Model Goals. Let's get into the record. I know it's coming through. It sounds like acapella apparently on the stream, but we're gonna get it in here anyway, and we'll be getting the record in the rotation afterwards so people can listen in. But here we go. Model Goals. There's only one H.
Yeah.
Greetings, Nosh.
Model, go, stumbling out the taxi, whoa, off the mirror she flashed, or 2 shots at the glass. This the one that I'm drinking, this the one that I pass. Tense, I can't have you, my attention is to grab you, put you back up in that taxi, we can stumble to my castle where there's rooms for you to pick in, plenty closets you can switch in, there's no rules to these rooms, you can model in my kitchen. Angles, Angles, I couldn't blame you. Searching for these angles, shaping my directions. We don't need no labels, we don't need no strings, no ties, but in both eyes. To say you don't want these pictures, both lies. In about 5, 4, you gon' take it there. 3, that's a naked pair. 2, you know what to do. 1, that's the pose you choose. But remind me if you don't like it, it's obvious you like private. So I'ma just remain silent, and it's a fit of a climate that we can settle in. Vacate for excellence, pose you a proper pick, model you a better lens. Angles, pose, angles, angles, pose, angles, pose, angles, pose,
Oh my goodness.
Only 1 8.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think your station is gonna go crazy when they hear these records.
Yeah.
Don't worry, folks. We got y'all. We got
Yeah.
y'all. I know you can't. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got y'all. But yeah, it's undeniable, these songs.
Yeah.
It's undeniable. Like, undeniable. And think about the fashion industry. Like, in that
Huge.
song. Even the title, Model Goals. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Photography, videography, like anything, like incredible.
It goes hand in hand.
Shout out, yeah, absolutely. Shout out to my boy Drew, who's on there as well, and the ad-libs, and he's like right there on the chorus, and Miyuki, his sister. It's like perfect. Oh my god, it was like perfect. And of course, Nosh is on there going crazy, doing whatever he does.
Yeah, shout out to Nosh. He
Yeah,
did his thing
yeah.
on the production.
Yeah. Illmind is on the production.
Illmind's on the production.
Yeah, Illmind is on the production. Nosh is the engineer.
Engineering.
Like, he's engineering all these songs. Could you believe
Wow. That's crazy.
it? Gandalf.
The album sounds good, man. Like, as soon as Eric sent it to me today, I put it right on because I always make sure to dive in as soon as the guest sends me information. And I was just like, we're in. And I listened to the album like 2 or 3 times today.
Yeah. One thing about him, he's like, we'll be sitting there and he'll be mixing a record, and then he'll be very calm about it. And then once something crazy happens, he'll look over me and smile. I'll be like, yeah, it's crazy. He'd be like, bro, what did I just do? I'm like, you did some crazy stuff. I don't know what you did. But it sounds amazing. Like, it sounds incredible. So shout out to him as always. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Fresk. She just texted me. Fresco is the wise one. She's the wise one. She told me, pretty much everything. Her wisdom is just incredible. I remember we used to sit like at an apartment and, just sitting there with our pens and, notepads there and just writing and learning how to write songs. And just like, she really groomed me, and, gave me confidence and, taught me about my confidence. And she would always tell me like, yo, you're a prophet. You're a prophet. You got a calling. Your voice is the reason why everybody reacts to it so crazy. It's your voice. It's God gave you this voice. Nobody gave you this voice like you. Like, God gave you this voice, and it's the voice that makes people react. I know it sounds similar, but it's like, gives a reaction. Like, you hear it, like, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, shout out to Fresk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric, Fresk, the whole team,
Yeah, you're definitely a songwriter, and your inspirations are even outside of rap when we look at artists. I remember we talked about Madonna the last time, Billy Joel, as I read Whitney Houston, Prince. So you're not just in the hip hop world. Your influences come from outside the genre as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Prince is at the top of my list. Then there's Michael
Jackson. Yeah.
Then there's Whitney. Then it's Marvin Gaye.
And
then those are my those are my top. And then I got, Madonna. I love Madonna. I love Billy Joel. I have rock music, pop, country. I listen to everything besides music that just I don't feel like, I need to feel the music. Sade, like, it's no brainer. Like, and this is the music that I was raised on. It's so my just with my upbringing. I lived in 2 different types of cultures. So I was listening to, Billy Joel or, Ozzy Osbourne, and then I'm listening to Aretha Franklin, and I'm listening to, it's like two different worlds, but it's the same because it's all music, and it's just different expressions coming through different frequencies, at different pace and different times, and all those things. So I'm super fortunate and blessed, and everybody around me has an amazing ear for music. TK, Naj, Eric, we all have like amazing ears, and we've all been raised by music. So it just makes sense. It's like, and we're all together. It's a beautiful thing.
Family, like you
Literally.
said earlier, genuine
It's a
family.
family. It's a family. We're all family. We're all brothers first. And that's one thing that we always talk every time we get in our meetings. This is a brotherhood. If you need anything, call me. Like, if anybody needs anything, reach out to each other. Hey, bro, how you doing? How's family? Like uplift, because not everybody is gonna always be up here all the time. Maybe some down days. Because there's a lot we're dealing with. There's so many things happening every day in our personal lives and also with the music. And so it's like you got to find the time. You got to have time for your family. So it's like gotta talk to each other. Gotta be there for each other. That's super important. So that's what's gonna keep us going. That brotherhood, that yoke. Like that yoke is like the foundation. It's a beautiful thing. I'm super grateful to have them in my corner and to be like neck and neck with them. And I always tell them, it's not just me in this thing. It's not just me. It's all of us together as one. Y'all not behind me. Y'all right there on the line with me. Nosh, you got it. You engineer this album. You represent this album. Your name is on this. Eric, your name is on this. Marketing, promoting, getting shows, tours. TK, your name on this. Apparel, all those things. The company, everybody's name is on this album. So we got to do our best to make it our best work, and we all come together to make this beautiful project. So it's not just my music; it's their music as well. It's like, so it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, beautiful thing.
How you do it?
Yeah, how you do it? That's probably one of your favorite ones too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Westerford. Westerford is on that record. Phenomenal. That's the whole team loved that record. TK called. I invested in myself. How you do it? How you do it?
And you spoke about this the last time, and this was a big message for you because you wanted to not also, that you have like the fun records like Night Shift and Seasons, of course, but you wanted to teach people, and that's what we have there. How you do it.
Yes, I wake up every morning and go to sleep early morning. Last one to lead the gym. Last one to lead the office. Hop step over the fuckery. Jamal Crawford. Stepping on these numbers like I hopscotch caught up in billionaire discussions. I Euro step till I'm Euro fresh. No mano, we mano with me. I'm Ginobili in this Euro prep in a spur. Dunking in my Timbs. That's offense intellect. I'm fucking up these M's like I stutter. You laughing at my speech and yo.
We got to get into the record.
Yo,
man.
They can't do nothing with me. Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Perfect intro, man. Let's get into it. How you do it? Mad Max HD. There's only one H. Stay ready. Boom.
There's only one. Wes, I see you. Reading, John. I am back there myself. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I am back there myself. How you doing? How you doing? I am back there myself. How you doing? How you doing? I am back there myself. Got it. Because I hustle this flow like I'm Taraji. New additional moves like I am Bobby. Horsepower in my vehicle. I am jockey. Ain't rushing for no ignorant. No, I'm no Rocky. A step, you can have my wave cap. Nigga, get your wave back. If I may relay stats, may not be easy. Sick as mine in this haystack. Bundle of this bundle cake. Promise we won't take naps. Accurately, my mentality is Bristol. I only strive to get ahead through these issues. Niggas keep my name in their mouth like I'm Riddle. Because I can do. Dinners hate to see my Kardashian. Fuck it. Explain why you want the bread in the oven. You gotta be wiretapped, bitch. You fucking. How do I do it? I basically trust nothing. I just got it. How you do? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Crazy.
How you doing? 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 Got it. Wake up early morning, go to sleep early morning. Last one to lead a gym, last one to lead an office. Hot step over the fuckery, Jamal Crawford. Stepping on these numbers like a hopscotch, caught up in billionaire discussion. I Euro step till I'm Euro fresh. No minor, we minor with me. I'm Ginobili in a zero, prepping a spur. Dunking in my Tim. That's offense, intellect. I'm fucking up these M's like I'm Machado. You laughing at my speech impediment that I do special and hardly wants to understand. My immediate brothers, my immediate sisters at the family dinner, catered for every function. So long do we communicate with these M's. Blisters on my lip from import shit. There's no ointment. This joint this and Carmax wouldn't work. It's hard to point left. How you doing? How you do it, yo? I said, yo, I'm so ahead of my time. My wife asked me for a second. Like, can I have a second with you? Real shit. You heard me? I said, yo, I'm so ahead of my time. My wife asked me for a second. How you doing? How you doing?
Right.
I got it. It's only 1-8. Brooklyn, stand up.
Yeah.
New York, stand up.
Yo.
RESZ in the building. CKIC. Blessings.
Yo. Oh man.
I'm
Yo.
so ahead of my time that my watch is asking me for a second.
I know it.
Yo.
I got it.
I'm so ahead of my time. My
Humility with
watch
this one.
asked me for a second. Unbelievable. I think that's the. I don't know. I never heard a line like that ever in
No.
my life, and I
No.
love music. I'm so ahead of my time. My watch is asking me for a second. Yo. Yo. Yo, it's crazy, man. It comes from above. It don't come
Yeah.
from me. It comes from the. It comes from the above. It's incredible. I'm just a vessel. Just a
Yeah.
vessel. That's it. It's beautiful. Oh man, shout out to Wes.
Beautiful
Yeah.
artwork. This album's people, they better not be sleeping when this drops, man. We got to shake the ground like pavement with this because
Yeah. Album of the year.
the beats. Yeah, I
Album of the
agree.
year.
And the beats and
Album of the year.
the beats, man, the samples too, and the way
Yeah,
your
it's-
voice floats. Oh,
Yeah, it's incredible all the
Yeah.
way through. Every song from top to bottom hits.
and I could just imagine, like, because I'm a big
Yeah.
visualizer, and I can see people rocking to. You just have the whole stadium bopping to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got them
Yeah.
in the palm of your hands. I can see it.
Yes. Yes. It's about to be a storm.
Yeah.
It's about to be a storm. Me and TK were just laughing. We was like, yo, bro, the whole album is gonna be on the radio. They got to play the whole album. Yo, they got to play the whole album. It's crazy. It's like
yeah.
as an MC, man. It's like as an MC.
And that's rare today.
As an MC. It's rare.
Yeah.
The last one's from Brooklyn. I'm only speaking like, come on, when's the last MC like from Brooklyn? That's like got everything, the whole package. It's like, you know what I
It's
mean?
tough. I would say Joey Badass, but he didn't go mainstream.
Yeah.
He didn't go real mainstream.
These are very mainstream records.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the production is, shout out to Wes. Wes, and I think that beat is like what? I think he said it was like 10 plus years old or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not even like, a lot of these records are like, you know, young. Let me not say, oh, because it's no such thing. It's like young. You know, music is timeless, so it's young. But when they made these beats, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's one of the team's favorite records. That How You Do It is crazy. Like, and if you notice the hooks are very like, you can say them. Everybody can say them.
Yeah.
Like, How You Do It. I invested in myself. That's very relatable.
And you need to, because not everyone's going to believe in you. And the greats did it themselves. When we look at Kanye, Jay, Master
Yeah,
P, they invested in themselves. They said,
yeah,
okay, you don't want to see my vision. We're going to shove it down your throats and you're going to see what's going to happen.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So we're excited.
Yeah, I
We're
am
excited.
too.
This, yeah, this is gonna be a good year. years, years,
Years,
years.
decades.
Yeah, it's
The greatest hits album.
yeah, years. I mean, and we have it's so many. So the idea is to push a lot of those as singles. You know what I mean? So that was the kill two birds in one stone thing we wanted to do. Like, okay, I just put out an album because you took a break, come back with an album, and just we could just push the song individually as singles. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's no brainer. You know what I mean? Like hit tape.
Yeah. Hit tape.
That's
Yeah.
what Naj said. Naj said, bro, this is just a hit tape. I'm like,
Hit tape. Yeah.
yeah.
And wait
Oh my
till
goodness.
the price is going to go up, man. The price is going to go
Oh
up. The features, because the features were knocking down your door last time. Because I mentioned we
yeah.
talked on the phone. You had a song with Victoria Dennis, and I
Yep.
think she's an up and coming pop singer. So
Yep.
now you're going to be getting requests from more people like her, and even because you
Yeah.
mentioned you want to get Rihanna on a record or Dave
Yeah.
Wolf. So now they're going to be knocking your
Yeah.
door down.
Yeah. And a lot others, you know, there's a lot of great musicians out there, you know, that I would love to, you know, partner up with and
Yeah.
make something beautiful, you know. But of course, this has to be the right situation, the right timing, you know, whatever comes, whatever God gives me, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like, cool, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What's next up, man? We got the pre-order December 14th, so people
Yeah.
can
December
pre-order it. Now,
14th.
where they're gonna
Yep.
be able to pre-order this on Apple Music and all the streaming
Absolutely.
services? Okay.
Absolutely. All the platforms. And if you want more of a personal approach, you know, we'll have the website up and running. You can go to the website and download the album. We'll have some apparel. We'll have some T-shirts. We'll have some like we spoke about before the interview, the CDs. You know, with the
CDs.
booklet in there. You know, me and TK are working on that. We definitely want to get, you know, make people feel like they're a part of this, you know, journey and the overall team and the overall company as well for what it represents. You know, just have these just genuine people that have a vision together. And when you collectively believe in something, that's a powerful force in itself. And you have to protect that energy. You have to protect that energy. And that's what we represent. For an energy, you know. And even, you know, my name itself, it's almost like it's just a vision for the culture, a vision for the people. It's the best vision, HD. That's it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, we're definitely excited to give people this beautiful thing. You know, very well anticipated. You know, yeah, the blessing. Shout out to the team again for, you know, putting everything together and coming to this moment because it's not easy.
No.
You know,
No.
it's never easy. It's like, you know, there's a lot of, and me and TK were just having this conversation about people only see the tip of the iceberg and never see anything underneath, you know, and that's true. They don't see all the hard work that we do behind the closed door, the meetings, the putting our minds together, sending out emails, getting denied, you know, sending another email and going here, going there, you know, budgets, you know, putting our own money into this thing, like what personal things going on. And, you know, everybody got their situations, but still come back into this thing and push things forward. And it's like, it takes time. But again, if everyone have a vision, one vision, one thing, it can happen.
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
have vision.
it
A
can
lot of
happen.
people, it's sad, they don't have vision for anything. They only see
Yeah,
what it's in front of them. They just don't believe that you can go to higher standards. Because I've always had a vision, and you've always had a vision. So
yeah,
we see where we're at, like audiences and big things and red carpets and the movies. You know, the big time.
yeah,
We see
yeah.
that, and not everyone can see that. You know, it's rare for people to have that
Vision.
vision. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
visionaries go where the eyes believe. That
Yeah.
eyes cross T's. That's it. That speaks. You know, like more volume than jealousy, searching for the place in your peace. Keep a code on it when you sleep. Keep a good fortune for the team. So when the time get polling, everybody springs. That's why we've been winning so long. It's a tornado theme.
Man, this guy, I'm telling you, one
Yeah.
of the illest MCs. It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. They're not ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you rain down on them, oh boy.
It's gonna be, yeah. Nobody's gonna be able to come up for air because it's gonna
Yeah.
be straight suppression. Love is love. I'm sorry, I can't help
Yeah.
it.
Hurricane
New
HD.
York needs it. Yeah, New York needs it. You
Yeah.
know, and need it. And from Brooklyn, like, you know, I was raised on Cambridge between Fulton and Gates. Biggie Smalls lived around the corner from me, St. James. And if you look on a map, you'll see that our houses are aligned. It's incredible. And Hove is right there, and Biggie is right here, and I'm in between, right? And I'm this young kid sitting on my steps watching family members, friends debate who's the best MC, Biggie or Hove, at the time. That's Brooklyn. Like, that's who I was, you know, where they were debating who were the best, you know, what I saw. But shout out to all the other MCs, you know, of course, influenced by them as well. But these two particularly. So when I'm seeing that as a young kid, it's like, yo, I gotta study these guys like to the T. I want to be like them. I want to be like them. I'm gonna wear the baggy jeans. I want to wear the Yankee caps. I want to wear the Timbs. I want to, you know, have the metaphors like Jay, have the delivery like I want to have that because that's what it takes to be a great MC. You got to study the greats to become great yourself, you know.
Exactly.
And I'm from Brooklyn, so it's like it's a beautiful thing, and I'm super ready, and I'm grateful to have witnessed that as a young kid. My whole household was music. I was raised by 5 women. My whole household was music. I wasn't just wake up, I want to be a rapper. No way. I was born in music.
Yeah.
Doing music my whole life. You know what I mean? So like, I can't make it up, you know? And then at the Barclays Center, I performed at the Barclays Center. I kid you not, Mac. I kid you not. Can't make this up. It was Veterans Appreciation Night. And I was able to do a performance there. Top of the fourth quarter, Kevin Durant just finished hitting the buzzer. They were playing the Atlanta Hawks, it's the Nets against the Atlanta Hawks, and KD just finished hitting the third quarter, end of the third, buzzer beater, boom. And I'm performing top of the fourth, right? Guess who's there watching me perform? Hove is right there, and no one ever could have predicted this. And we were all talking about it. Like, imagine if, you know, one of your idols is at the game in Brooklyn watching you perform, and he was there. It was an incredible night. My mom was in the crowd, like going bananas. Like, if you would look at her, you would see her like, yeah, that's his mom. Like, that was incredible. And it was like, it was just, you can't make it up.
Did you see like his reaction to you at all? Like
Everybody saw his reaction. He was looking at the Jumbotron, like rocking his head, like, love is love. Yeah. Love is love. Shout out to Lenny S. Shout out to Timberland. Those are all people I spoke to already. Love is love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna carry this torch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
gonna happen. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, just like how I put the record goated. You know, I am Hove inspired, not Hove relying. 24 on the court. Like the way Kobe came through. Rest in peace to Kobe.
Yeah.
Study Jordan. It's like we come from a different cloth. You're gonna study the GOATs. You're gonna study the greats before you. You have to. Who are you gonna study? Who am I gonna study? Like, you know, like, why would you want to be like anything other than great?
Yeah.
You understand? So, yeah, yeah. It's time. It's a good time. Yeah,
it's time, man. I'm telling you, they're not ready, man. And I could tell that you're such at peace right now with you being independent and you're in control of your future and just everything that you see on your way. And it's gonna happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just when, and it's gonna happen very soon. And
yeah. You're gonna be right there. I told you, coming on tour with us too.
Oh man, I love to be there. 100%.
You gotta come. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah, brother. Absolutely.
I can't wait to witness it, man. I can't wait. because
Yeah.
I believed in you the first time I heard you, man, because I love the MCs and the lyrics. We talked about this last time and over the phone, just how much I appreciate the people who preserve the art of rap, and that's what you do, and you do it to the fullest.
Absolutely. There's, like you said, there's a lot of songs in there that, yeah, we can have fun, but then
Yeah,
let's,
and they're modern and they're fun and they're, the night
yeah,
shift and seasons.
yeah. But then it's like, let me close you out with something, leave you with some messages here.
Yeah,
How many times talking about, abuse, rape, like,
yeah,
a deep song, shout out to Nash, produced that. Then you got Make Things Better, which extends on the whole eviction period and, my grandmother and losing the house and all those things. And it's like the end of the song is like, shout out to all the mothers out there striving, surviving. Shout out to all the fathers out there, all the families out there in the whole world. Make things better. It's gonna be better. It will be better. It's then Ghetto Sunday closes you out. Like, oh my God. Yeah, bro. Make Things Better is actually one of my favorite songs on the album. Like, I get goosebumps. Like,
yeah,
I see my mom like working. I see the house, I see my grandmother, I see the argument, I see myself coming home from school, sitting down and finding out, yep, we're getting evicted. I see all those things. And then I see us coming out of that. And just like Fresh told me the other day, she's like, all of that you went through gave you the ability to tell this story, and is going to speak to the whole world. And now it can be a peaceful energy for people, and they could feel like they're not alone. It's like, it's a beautiful song. You got the angels on there and singing in the background. It has like the nature. It has like, what records have nature? And I'm like, come on, I got the freaking waterfalls going. It got the birds, and it's like Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's biblical. It's like, yo, it's majestic. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah. I get so excited about him. Just like,
No, I'm excited for you, man. I could tell you're a piece.
yeah,
That's important, man. That's really important.
Yeah. Gotta, like, the people around you. Like I
Yeah,
said, most important.
the
Most
most
important.
important thing. HD,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd love to let the audience know? Anything else that you didn't mention tonight? Anything we didn't cover?
January 7th, Face to Face, the album. Look out for it. Share it, play it, listen to the magic. Listen to it all the way through, word for word. Yeah, and thank you to everyone who is out there listening to the music, following the journey, who believe in the music, who are supportive, who are anticipating anything that I am going to put out with this album. People who support the brand, the compassion, the passion, yeah, I mean, I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for the people who are a part of this journey with me and a part of our journey, and most importantly, you, Max.
Oh, I appreciate
Much love
that.
and thank you. Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to witness your journey just as you're witnessing mine, and anybody out there, it's a beautiful thing, and people need people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fresh for telling me that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need each
Shout out to
other.
him.
Fresh.
Shout out to Fresh.
Fresco Dawn. Fresco. She's amazing. But, people need people.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is
But
a
yeah.
beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you, man. And like I said, I'm gonna be pushing these records. Let's keep in touch too. We're gonna be keeping in touch closely here.
Absolutely.
I got the album. I'm gonna be listening to this a lot.
Play it. Look. Play it.
Yeah.
Play it. Whatever you do, play it.
Yeah. Oh,
Let him
I
have
will
it.
be.
Let him have it.
Yeah.
You got it first, though. You got it first.
No, that means a lot, man. That's gonna be history right there.
Absolutely. One of many, one of one.
Yeah. And it's
Absolutely.
only up from here, man. We're gonna keep building. You're gonna come back on. When you drop the album, would you like to come back on? You want to?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
January. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. For sure. Yeah, let's do it. And then, we'll have the album release, party. You know, people that we know, we'll send out, you know, specific invites and everything like that. We plan on going out into the South to do the listening party, come down here, listening event, you know, try to do them in different parts of the country. So yeah, it's gonna be good. And you'll see some visuals dropping off the album as well. So look forward to doing those. And, you know, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
good, man. I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations, HD. Thank you
Absolutely.
again, man. I appreciate you. They can follow you on Instagram at everything
Yes, sir.
HD. Make sure they go
Everything
tap
is,
in there, face to
yep,
face.
tap in there, get those followers going back up. People know though, it's like cool. Like long the streams are up, the music is being see. The issue I've noticed is that a lot of people have like crazy following and don't have nobody
No
listening to their
streams.
music. Like,
Yeah.
how is that even like?
I'd rather have more streams, to be honest with you, because the following's on the
Yeah,
music. Who cares about an
yeah,
Instagram page?
exactly, exactly. If you can't, you know, you do your show and you can't bring out 10 people, it's like, tough.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna take over time. That's it.
It's a fact, man.
That's
To
it.
take over. They ain't ready, but
Yeah,
they're gonna have to get
yeah.
ready once you
Have to get
really
ready.
flow upon them. You already know.
Yep. Everything HD.
You
Yes,
already
sir.
know. HD,
All
take
right.
care. Shout out to Eric, TK, everyone on the
Okay.
team. You already
Press,
know, man.
Shower Ant, Blend Chemist, Wes, Ilman, Fresh Beats, all the producers who contributed to this album. You guys are phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, man. HD. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Congratulations
Likewise.
again. Face to face.
Likewise. Yes, sir.
On the
Salute.
way, bro.
All right.
You already know, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Take
Peace.
care, man.